Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will study the single phase AC voltage measurement. So, how we can find or how we sense the voltage or measure the voltage by using this diagram. So, this is a single phase AC supply, and that AC supply it's connected to the AC load, or if it's DC load, then we can use as a single phase control rectifier which convert AC into DC and supply it to the DC load. So in order to find how much voltage are present between this single phase line, so we connect a PT, that is the one uh, primary winding is connected across the single phase AC voltage source, and secondary is connected to the load. Secondary is connected, that is secondary of the potential transformer is connected across the load. So but in between that secondary is connected to single phase diode rectifier, which converts the AC supply into DC supply, and that DC supply is pulsating one, and that in order to get pure DC we use a filter circuit, that is capacitor, and that DC supply is connected gives to the resistive, and that voltage across resistance is directly proportional to that AC voltage. So we use a step down transformer here. Next is three phase AC voltage measurement. So there will three phases means R, Y, B are the three phases which is connected to the three phase load. The voltage between each line, that is voltage between RY is line voltage, YB is line voltage, and PR is line voltage. So voltage between any two phases is called the line voltage. So from here three potential transformers are used, means that is three circuit of three phase transformer are used, where the primary is connected to individual phase of R phase, Y phase and B phase, and the secondary of primary is connected to the next phase, that is in this case the first one connection of primary is connected to R phase, and second connection is connected to the Y phase. Similarly, the Y phase is one point of this transformer primary circuit is connected to Y phase, and its end connection is connected to next phase, that is B phase. So likewise, we convert this AC voltage into three phase DC, converted into DC voltage with the help of three phase control rectifier that will produce pulsating DC. In order to get pure DC, we use a filter circuit which gives a pure DC, and this is a resistance. So voltage across this gives the line voltage across the between any two phases. So this measurement is useful where the balance three phase line circuit. So next is single phase AC current measurement. So here we use a current transformer. So primary is connected the current transformer. So similar way, like potential transformer, this voltage is converted into DC by using a single phase diode rectifier, and in order to remove that spikes or pulsating DC voltage, in order to get pure DC voltage, we use a filter circuit, and the current in this line we can measure the current, that is voltage across this is directly proportional to the current in that circuit. Similar way, three-phase AC current can be measured. Three CTs are required, and that three CTs voltage is converted into DC voltage, and voltage across this is directly proportional to current in AC, that is line. Next point is power measurement using CT and PT. So how we calculate power measurement? Power is voltage into current. That is potential energy into kinetic energy. So this is a line, supply line, and across the supply we connected a primary or potential transformer. So PT is a basically step down transformer which step down the voltage near to the measurable values. So in secondary of PT we connected the voltmeter which measures the voltage, and next is wattmeter, or we can directly connect the wattmeter in order to measure directly power measure. And CT is connected in series with this line, and CT is basically step up transformer which step up the voltage but steps down the current. So by in secondary side we connected ammeter which senses the uh, load current with respect to the primary current. So this is how we measure the power using CT and PT. Next is welding transformer. So welding transformer basically is a step down transformer because the high current is required to for welding purpose. So this is a core we give connected primary winding and gives the AC supply, and secondary is a less number of turns, that is this is a step down transformer which generates high current. So basically this is cathode is connected, and this is a working piece to be welding, and this is a welding electrode. So basically this is a resistive material. So by using resistance there is a large amount of heat is generated, and because of that heat the deposit that welding electrode get deposited, and these two pieces can be welded. The special features of welding transformers are: it is a step down transformer that reduces the voltage from the source voltage to a voltage desired according to the demands of the welding process. So having large primary turns and less secondary turns, it has the secondary current is quite high, and secondary has several tabs for adjusting the secondary voltage to control the welding current. The transformer is normally large in size compared to the other step-down transformer, as the are of much larger gauge. That is, common rating are primary voltage is 230 volt, 415 volt. Secondary voltage may be 240 to 60 volt, and secondary current in the range of 200 to 600 amp. The reactors used in welding transformer are various, that is tap reactors and magnetic shunt reactor. So in tap reactor, the reactor is connected in the secondary side, so there are tappings are made. So in order to, by changing the taps, by using the taps later we can change the current rate, and we can control the current flow in this electrode and controlling the welding process. And in magnetic shunt, there is a moving shunt is placed between the core. So in order to give larger current, so we insert this insert the moving shunt in this downward direction, and insert the moving shunt in reactor in core, so that the maximum flux is linked to the secondary side and a current will be. But in order to reduce the current, we take out the we take out the moving shunt. So common ratings are: input voltage is 230 volt AC main, output voltage is 70 to 45 volt, frequency 50 Hz, output current is 55 to 590 ampere, Type step down transformer rating 16 to 34 kV and number of phases are required. Next is isolation transformer. So isolation transformer, that is the number of turn, that is isolation transformer has k is equal to 1, that is number of primary turns is equal to number of secondary turns. So basically it is used to isolate the some circuit which are very sensitive to the ground current. So in order to achieve such as in order to achieve the isolation, if suppose some fault is occurred in primary side, so because of isolation that circuit uh, that fault current will gets grounded, and there is no effect on the secondary side of the instrument. So such instruments are CRO, etc., which are sensible to the change in current, change in voltage. So we use a isolation transformer, that is the primary number of turns are. So disconnect the load equipment from supply ground. Sometimes it is essential to disconnect the load equipment such as cathode ray oscilloscope, that is CRO, from supply ground. Sensitive and costly equipments are needed to be disconnected from the supply ground to protect from noisy ground operation connection and reduction of voltage spikes. So voltage spikes are short duration high amplitude pulses which get superimposed on the AC supply. So these are the dangerous to delicate equipments. So isolation transformer reduces the amplitude of spike. So the construction and working of isolation transformer is nearly identical to the conventional transformers. Isolation transformer are specially designed transformer for providing electrical isolation between power source and powered devices. So the transformer has primary and secondary windings placed on the common core lip which have equal number of turns so that the voltage fed to the primary is available at the secondary without any change in its magnitude. So any spikes on the primary side are subdued and prevented from getting transferred to the secondary side to a very large extent, thus protecting the devices or loads connected to the secondary side. So these are built with special insulation between primary and secondary. It acts as a decoupling device. So these transformers blocks the transmission of direct current signals but allow AC signal to pass from one circuit to another circuit. So this is end of chapter number 5. Thank you.